Um, so we'll go ahead and get started. So hi everybody. Thank you for taking the time to, tune in today. Hopefully at the end of this, you're more comfortable picking film, cutting film, editing it, and putting something together for yourselves. Even, 2-3 minutes of film is just really helpful for a coach, especially with what we're going through right now. But then, even so, as you continue to get older, you're going to want to be able to cut film, to update your highlight video, just to have a reason to stay in touch with college coaches. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen here. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the chat. I think I have Casey here, Nate's here, and then Joe will be joining us in a minute here. And they can all answer some of your questions. I'll kind of tune in and see if I can address some of those as we're going. So I'll go ahead and share my screen and let's go ahead and get started. Share. Okay. So a couple things we're going to cover today. How does a highlight video help? What are some qualities that you're going to want to be looking for when you're editing your own game film? How do you select them? What's the proper length? A couple other tips, what's the proper length of a video? Again, what's the purpose? What are you trying to show? I have a sample video for us to see, something that I put together with one of my own college St. Kate's players. And then what I'm going to do is get out of the presentation, and then I'm going to share my screen. I will go into iMovie and I will clip it, and I will show you exactly how. And if you have questions at that time, that'd be a great time to just unmute your microphone and then chime in. How did you do that? Can you go back and do that again? And this is all being recorded, so you'll have access to it. You can go back and do it again. So at the end of this, you should be able to use iMovie to clip film and then also add the icons, which can be quite the task. But if you do it right, it's really helpful. So a couple of things like what's the purpose? Have a purpose, and always start with that purpose in mind when you're going to look at your own game film, right? The whole point of a highlight video is it's a snapshot. You need to grab the coach's attention, so you're going to send it in an email, you're going to attach it, have your nice introduction. You're going to say attach as a video clip, the 2-minute, 3-minute clip of who I am. And in that clip, it should be enough for a coach to say, I want to see more. I want to see more. So I'm going to reply. I'm going to schedule some time to go to that showcase, and I'm going to watch this player perform in person. So the point is get their attention, right? So what are some moments within your game film that you can pull and say, this is going to grab someone's attention? You want to stand out among other recruits, right? So bigger the program, more kids across the country, want to be there, want to be evaluated. So, coach before an event can easily get 100 emails of players saying, I want to come to your school, please watch me play. Having a good highlight video is a way to stand out. Right? Not everybody attaches them. A good chunk do, but you want to be one of the players that attaches it so that it's really quick. They see all your information and they're going to look at your video and say, we like a little bit of what we see here. Let's make sure we're scheduling time to go watch this player play. When you make your video, you want to highlight the things that that you do well, right? So if you're a player that's really good on the dribble, then look for some of those clips where you're taking people on, you're finding space. If you have a really good shot, then I want to make sure that that's coming out in the video. If you're a defender and you're really good in the air and you're great at it, maybe it's intercepting passes and starting the next attack, then let's see some of that. Highlight some of your best qualities. The other reason you want to have a video is it really helps put a face to the name. If it's the first email you're sending a coach, and maybe that's the only way they know you, it's kind of nice to know, when I hear the name or talk about that person, I'm always going to go back to what I remember about them. So maybe it's the picture or attached to that resume, or it's that 2-minute highlight clip. So make sure it is a really solid 2-3 minutes, because that's they're going to associate that with who you are every time they talk about you. The other reason I like it is it shows that you're serious about being recruited. Players that take the time to film their games, to go through and watch them and pull their best moments and put it together, and they're doing that extra effort, it tells me as college coach that those players pretty serious about it. They're proactive. They're not just going to wait for a school to just show up and then tap them and say, hey, come play for us. it doesn't really happen it doesn't happen like that. So you have to be proactive about getting looked at by coaches, so that hopefully you're opening those doors for yourself. So it is a way to separate the recruits who are serious about it and those who are not. So if you are, put a video together. It would really help your efforts. The other one is the whole point is you want to get that coach to come to your next game so that they can see you in person, right? It helps kind of kickstart that recruiting process. You want to get them to your game. So show them a little bit of something, and now they got to come watch your game to see more, right? And then after that, maybe you're staying in contact with little updates here and there. Hey coach, we were just in Arizona. We played 3 games. Here's a couple highlights from my weekend. It's a reason to contact a coach again. It's a reason to show them a little bit more. Couple qualities to highlight. So I'm going to do these by position. Now, every coach is different. Every program's different. So this is just, this is kind of things that I look for. And some of these are good. They're about the same across the board for most programs. If you're a forward, your highlight video, you got to show yourself scoring goals or assisting goals or creating opportunities. Coaches always like to see, especially with the forward, just really good speed and physicality is going to help. That's going to help set you apart. So that will grab attention quickly. Got to be good in the air too, right? So a good forward, if you showed yourself scoring goals, creating chances, there's a couple moments you're showing us how fast you are, how quick you are, but then also that you are a striker that's confident in the air. That's going to help set you apart. If you can show those things as a forward, then I think that's enough to grab the attention of a coach and to get them to come to your sideline. As a midfielder, things that I like to see as midfielders, be a good linking player. If you're a midfielder, then when your defenders have the ball, can you show yourself maybe coming back into gaps to receive it, receiving and turning, and then going forward? So how have you helped take the ball from maybe the defensive third into the middle, turn, take some space, and then now you're helping progress the play into that final third? Like for me, that's a good center midfielder as far as linking play and the ability to receive and turn. So you're always on that half turn so that we're not having to go back every time. We want to be able to play through our middle. Those are important qualities for me or for a lot of coaches for their midfielders. Can you hit good penetrating passes? Can you hit good through balls that help, set somebody else up for a goal? And then honestly, defensive dispossession. So what that means is, your defensive role, can you win the ball back? Not just destroy the play, but win it back and now start the next attack. So some of those qualities for a center mid would be really, really important to have. And if you can show some of that, again, that's going to help get a coach to come to your sideline. Now, this could change based on what the coach, how they want to play. If they play with 2 midfielders, if they play, a style that is maybe they don't want to play through the middle as much. Maybe they want to be a little more direct moving through the middle of the field. So some of these qualities might slide down the list, but it'd be good to know what that coach is looking for. So if that's where you want to play and you think you can help them with what they're putting together at their school, and maybe showcase some of those qualities. So for defenders, a couple of things that I like. Are you defenders? Do you read the game well? Can you intercept passes? For me, that could be highlight worthy. Can you read the game well enough that you intercept a pass and now you're triggering the attack? That for me is a very smart defender. Aerial dominance and physicality and speed. You're going to have to shut people down in one-on-one situations. Sometimes it's going to require a burst of speed. I need to make sure you have that. Sometimes it's going to require that you are just simply stronger than somebody on the ball. That's an important defensive quality. And then dominant in the air. A lot of the goals scored at the college level, they're coming off of crosses at times. So, if you're the striker, you got to get up and win that. But if you're the defender, you have to make sure you're getting up and you're stopping that kind of play too. So can you display good aerial dominance? Can you get up, not just get up, win the ball, but do that under pressure? Good 1v1 defending, right? So especially if you're a wide player, you're going to get taken on. So can you have a clip that shows you being a solid, reliable 1v1 defender? Not just destroying the play, but can you win it back and then trigger the next attack? And then for me, for my style, wide backs that get forward. This could be different based on what the coach expects, but it does help separate wide backs that maybe they just do the defensive side versus wide backs that they're going to the end line. They're whipping in dangerous crosses. They're getting into the final third. Again, that might depend on the coach's system. So maybe watching how that college team plays would help you, because if you see that maybe they don't go that very deep into the attack, they're sending, crosses from 35 yards out. That might be their style. That's what they want. So, maybe you want to showcase some of that. Some schools want their wide backs to overlap and go end line, and that's fine. So you're going to want, like for me, I would want to see that out of a wide back. And for goalkeeping, I have, you're going to want various shot saves, right? So there's a lot for goalkeeping. You probably can't show it all in a quick 2-3 minute video, but again, I want to grab some attention. Okay, I need to show them enough to get them to come to my game. So various shot saves would be great. Reaction saves, maybe one where you're fully extended, would be nice, so you can see what your range is like in goal. Got to be good in the air. Can you just pick off a corner kick, pluck it from its highest point in the air, and again, do that under pressure. So maybe there's a couple moments on a corner kick, show that once or twice, and we can check that box and say, okay, he or she is a good player defending crosses, not a problem. So can you track it in the air, and then can you get up and fight for that ball? Good distribution, hands, feet. So can you, when you do win that ball that you just plucked out of the air, what next? Is it an awesome, 25-yard, you throw it and you set up your wide back to get forward to trigger that next attack? What are your goal kicks and punts look like? That is important too. I think a lot of coaches would like that goalkeepers are getting about midfield. So can you show that consistently? Can your punts get beyond midfield to the other side of the circle? Everybody has their own, some coaches may not really care as much about the distribution piece because it may not be how they want to play. And then goal kicks and punts, they just want them deeper. Others could be the other way around, where it's like, that's okay. We're a team that builds out of the back. So this is more valuable. We'd rather see better distribution. Those are good things you're going to want to know from programs, because you might have 20 different clips. And for this school, I might showcase some of that distribution piece because that's how they want to play. And for this school, I'm going to showcase my range, my power, because that's how they want to play. And that's okay. So you can kind of cater some of those clips to the places you're looking at. So this is it's a sketch, right? This is it's a good starting point. And sometimes talking to your club coaches and getting an idea from them, how do some schools play, or what are some things that you might want to emphasize based on where you're looking. That's all useful information, because that's going to help you put together a good quality video. So video clip tips. I like the clips that are just a little bit longer in length, so 15 to 30 seconds. There's a lot of stuff you're going to see out there that players put together. And, maybe it's a midfielder that receives a pass in the middle and they turn, but then they cut it short. They cut it short at 7 seconds. So I never get to see, well, what happened next? Did they take space on the dribble? Did they play an amazing, through ball? Like, what else? So we want to see that what else. Sometimes, that's a great moment that you want to showcase. So then go back. Where did the ball start? Did it start from a goal kick or a throw in? Okay, let's start the clip there. Where did it end? Did it end with the shot? Doesn't have to be yours, but you participated in that play. So let's finish the play out. Maybe it's a defender. You put in a great tackle, you win the ball back. Well, I'm on the edge of my seat waiting to see, well, what do you do with it next? Don't cut it short after the defensive tackle. Now showcase, what did you do next? Did you start the next attack? Did you take space on the dribble? Because that's really important. So if you can find a good 15, 20, 30-second clip that showcases, a lot of positive aspects about you, that's the kind of clip that you want to put in. I would say 2 to 3 minutes max. I think on average, coaches watch about 2 minutes. And it's, you're going to want to have, you might have several, right? You might have one for an awesome showcase weekend that you had. You might have another that showcases just your best qualities, right? And you might have another that just, maybe it is, it's a follow-up because a coach said, hey, I love what I see here. Can I see some of this? That's fine. Put that together. So, it isn't going to be just one. It might be a series of them. Put your best clips first. You're making a movie trailer, right? And when we watch that movie trailer, we're deciding, wow, is this a cool movie that I want to see? Or is this not exciting? I'll wait. I'll watch it later. Like, you want to put the best clips first, grab their attention quickly, and then it's the more film you capture, the more best clips you're going to have. And eventually you're going to come up with a really cool 2-3 minute clip. So again, best clips first to give someone a reason to watch the next clip, and then the next clip and the next clip. Show multiple qualities. So I put the asterisks on this one just because, you know, sometimes you're going to want to, if you have 3 or 4 great qualities that you want to showcase and you have the clips, then it's fine. Show it once or twice. And then what's the next quality you want to showcase? You know, so if it's like the first video that you're putting together that you want to grab coach's attention, you might want to showcase a couple different qualities. So I've seen some where it's nothing but, you know, shooting, shots, which is good, but I want to see, are you a good 1v1 attacker? You know, I want to see what is maybe your defensive effort like. So you want to make sure, you know, show it once or twice, and then if it looks good, great. As a coach, I'm going to check that off. Okay, this player has a great shot, it's got some power, you know, a couple different nice angles, 2 or 3, awesome. Now I'm waiting to see, is this person good in the air? Is this person good on the dribble? So move on to the next topic, the next quality you want to showcase. And there might be another video later that it is just all, I'm really going to push hard and say, I have a great shot. I'm going to show 10 different ones that are amazing. And that's okay, but make sure that's a supplementary video versus the one that, you know, says more about you. At the end of your video, just self-assess. What does this video say about me? What does this clip say about me? So like when you're looking at video and you're scrubbing through it, ask yourself, this clip that I like, what is it saying about me as a player, or as a player in this position that I'm playing? And if you're happy with that, that's fine, and use that clip. At the end, watch the clip. And because again, sometimes this is all a coach is going to see about you. They don't know anything about you. So they're going to learn as much as they can in a 2-3 minute clip. So you're going to want to watch it, maybe show it to your parents, show it to a friend, show it to your coach. What does this say about me? And it's probably going to be 2-3 bullet points. It shows great dribbler, great shot, you know, has some speed and physicality. Okay, are those 3 comments, is that going to be enough to get them to come watch your next game, or to at least, you know, grab that attention from a coach? So really self-assess, like, what is this saying about me as a player? YouTube is a great way to host your videos. It gives you a digital footprint. What I mean by that is every time I get an email from a player, one of the first things coaches do, we quickly Google search your name, soccer, and the state of Minnesota. So I'm not getting every single, you know, Jane Smith from Minnesota, right? I can try to narrow it down a little bit. And hopefully if you have a YouTube channel, great, I can watch. So if you didn't attach it, I can search and look for it. And then maybe I liked your first video and I quickly look you up, and all of a sudden, hey, look, you have 2-3 more. I'm going to watch the other ones. So if you have a few, that's a good opportunity. It's a good way to do that. And then I'm going to give you a sample video you can watch. So your first slide, make sure it is a picture of you playing, picture of your face. It's a picture, and then a little bit about you, right? So your grad year, extremely important. Grad year, name, position you play, height. Height is helpful. Left or right footed, if you can do both, great. Interested majors is really helpful. If you don't know, that's okay. If you're not specific and you want to go put a general topic, that's okay too. If you truly don't know, that's fine. You can just write undecided. I've seen, you know, this one in my example here, it's, you know, physical therapy, nursing, sonography. That's pretty specific. You know, maybe it's more general, and you can also just say healthcare, medical field. That's fine. At least as a coach, I can start to think about, okay, is this going to work for my school? Cell number, email, and then a little bit of background, right? So playing for, this is the club I play for. Here's the team. Here's the high school I play for. You can put your coaches' names in there, or numbers if you'd like. They're going to get all that in an email as well. But it is nice to have in the beginning, put it in the beginning of your video, put it at the end. So I'm going to show you this sample video that I put together. It's probably about 2 minutes. And then I'm going to show you in iMovie how we made it. Okay, so that's a sample video that I put together. Now that was 2 games. The first 3 clips, that's all the same player. I got to see wide striker on the right side, right? Cut it back, left-footed shot. That was awesome. I got to see wide striker on the left side now, cut it back, right-footed, set up a teammate, goal. So I got to see an assist. The third clip, I got to see that was as a attacking midfielder, overlapping run, brings it down with their chest, and then sets up another teammate for the finish. So good technical ability, getting midfielder that gets forward and finds those gaps. So that was awesome. And then the last clip, so the last clip was not this player. The only reason I included it is it was a good, let's throw in an ability in the air. Had it been that player, even better. I didn't have time to really scrub through and find one. So, let's pretend it was that same player. That says a lot. It was 4 clips, 2 minutes. That said quite a bit about that player. Only thing I think would be missing is, maybe showcase the moment where you're really getting to see her raw speed. Okay, so, and I'll show you how we did that. The yellow arrow in the circle, if you have iMovie on a MacBook, I can teach you exactly how to do that, and I'll show you that next. Cool, so here's how it's done. So you're going to open up iMovie. First thing you do is you're going to create a new project. Okay. This will be the screen that shows up when you open iMovie, create new project. I have one here. I have one here, and you're going to import the video. I want you to see how to do that. So mine's already imported. So I'm going to flip back and forth here. So again, let's just start a new one. I'm going to click make a movie. Come on. There you go. Okay, so my movie, here's a blank one. There's no media in there. What you're going to do is you click import. Okay, and once you click import, so find your desktop, you're just going to find your movie and you're going to put it in there. All right. So just for now, we're just going to pick a random one. There's a game film. We played Luther. So then everything's going to show up in there. This little gear here, you can change. I guess how the video is zoomed, right? Yeah.
We're not seeing anything on our screen. We're just seeing your PowerPoint.
You're not?
No, we're just seeing a PowerPoint.
Sorry about that. Okay, I'll change that right now. Sorry. New share.
Right, no problem. I just don't want you to go too much further.
Thank you for letting me know, because that would have been.
Because you don't ever give excuses, and your parents never were.
Joe, can you? Right. Can someone give me a thumbs up, Joe or Casey, if you can see my iMovie screen? Okay. Here's my iMovie screen now.
When she what?
We'll go back. Unmute. There we go. Okay, so you're going to click create new, create a movie. Okay, you're going to have to import media. It's the first thing you do. So you just click import and then you just click on your media. Okay, and then that's going to show it in here. Now we're going to go back to one that I already had, that I'm already working with, because that'll be easier to show you. Because I already have the media in there. So first they're going to show up like this, right? So that's almost 2 hours of footage in this tiny little clip. Okay, so what you do is click this gear and then you can stretch it out, make it a little bit bigger. It is much easier to scrub through if you adjust this to make it a little larger. So now I can just scrub through the entire film. Okay, and then I can pick out moments that I like. All right, this is how I watch the film. I just scrub through, find moments. So when you're doing that, you can watch the whole game, that's fine. If you find something you like, just clip it, and then they're gonna show up down here. So how do you clip one? So here's one that's already clipped. Let's just pretend there's something here that we wanna see. You hold down R, click your pad, and then you can drag a little window. Okay, so that's 46 seconds of film right there. All right, I'm gonna drag that. Let's just drag it over here to the very bottom. Okay, so this is the clip we're working with. I can shorten it. Let's say I'd rather it start over here. That's okay. Just drag it, shorten it. Okay. I can also shorten the end of it. bring it back. All right, so this would be one clip that you're going to use. Now, how do you draw the circles? So let's go to this. Let's go to this first clip here. I'm gonna go ahead and delete it, and I'm gonna add the circle and do it again. Hope I don't mess this one up. Okay, so I'm gonna delete that too. What's nice about iMovie is you can delete it, it's all there. Just slide the bar back, and then you can add more film that you want. So we're gonna scrub through, and as the play is building up, let's say this is a great time. How about before the pass? Right before the pass occurs, I'm gonna highlight my run. So go ahead and click it, just so you give a little marker here. Go into full screen, okay? Oops, you can just go back. Using the arrows, you can go back to the exact moment you want. So that's the one I wanna clip. Command, Shift, 4, and that's gonna turn your cursor into this little, looks like an X and a circle, okay? Now what you're gonna do is you're going to drag, go to the top left corner, drag it all the way down. Right now it's gonna capture my Zoom little box of people. So when you do it, you won't have that on your screen. So take a picture, it's gonna show up here. Go ahead and double click that picture. So now it's coming up, it's just a picture now. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click here on the left. You can add a circle, change the color, change the size, whatever you want, okay? You're gonna circle that player. Let's go ahead and just add an arrow as well, just so we can make it really, really obvious, okay? There's the player. Once you're done with that, hit done. So there's the image that you're gonna work with. Take yourself out of full screen. Okay, go back to that film. If you track, you'll see that it'll turn yellow again. So there's the clip I want, okay? I'm going to right click, hit split it. So you're gonna cut it in half right there. And you're gonna insert a picture in that spot. So now let's go to, your picture's probably gonna be on your desktop. Okay, because when you take a picture, that's just where it puts it. Okay, take that picture from your desktop, drag it, and just drop it right there. One thing I'm gonna do, iMovie tends to put, it's a visual effect in every picture clip. Take that away, just so it's a smoother transition. So if you notice, as I scrub through the picture, it like zooms out. Okay, there's a little box over here. Take that away. It's called a Ken burn. Just hit fit, and then you're fine. Now what's gonna happen is, as I play the clip, you're gonna go ahead and see it show up on the right side. And there's your picture. If I find it necessary to freeze that for a longer period of time, then you just drag it and you go bigger, and you'll see the timer there. So now it's 6.5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever you want. Make it smaller. 3-4 seconds is fine. Okay, so right now you can see Joaquin, Jesse, Joe, Casey in that top corner. That's just because of what my screen looks like right now. So you won't have that when you do your picture. And that's one clip right there, right? So I always add a transition between clips just so that I know it's now a new clip. Transitions you can find here at the top. All the cross dissolve, just use the first one. Don't get too fancy, drag it in there, and then you're good to go. Okay, and then go ahead and add a couple more clips. That's it. And then the way that I made the slide. So the first picture, let's go back here. So stop sharing. Screen share. So I'm going to pull up the PowerPoint one more time. Okay, this picture, you can make that in a PowerPoint. So just drag this, and then you literally drag this picture right here. You can just click it and just drag that into iMovie, and that's it. It'll slot it in there. How do I just share just my whole screen? Stop share. I want you to just be able to see that. Okay. So if I had made that one image, because I really want that to be at the beginning of my film. Okay. Just put the window side by side, grab that slide that you want, and then usually you should be able to put that in there. If not, you just export it as a picture. Okay. And if you need help with that, I can definitely show you that in a follow-up. The reason it's not showing up is because I deleted it, because I didn't feel the need to actually keep it that long, but I can fix that. So next piece I have is really just questions. Like, are there any questions that you guys have that I can help you with, that I can answer? If you'd like me to go back and show you something else, I can definitely do that. I think the most important part is get familiar with iMovie and really figure out how do I do the arrows and the circles, because it's going to help a lot. Some of the video quality that we get, maybe you're on the far side of the field, it's really important that you're highlighting who you are so that we know. You'd rather a coach, it's all set up for them and they're not having to watch it 5 times trying to figure out, like, is that her? I can't tell, based on the quality of the film, or they're unsure. So that feature, that's the best way that I know how to do it, without having to pay anything. So if you have a MacBook, you have iMovie, there's a free way to do it. So at this point, if you want to unmute your mic or type a question, I'd be more than happy to answer questions for you guys.
I have a question for everybody. Let's say, like, the club films a lot of stuff and puts it on YouTube, so it's hard to download. So does everybody know how
I don't even know what this
their
is.
screen record on their phone or tablet to also create video clips? Anybody not know how to do that? You guys are supposed to be like technologically advanced. So, but if you don't know, like, raise your hand, or you can find the chat. Where's the chat at?
That's fine. You know what? I might be able to show you right now how to do that, because I believe I have a YouTube video pulled up that I was checking out earlier. Give me a second here. I know what you're saying. So
yeah. Now, if you have one thing, if you have a Mac laptop, you can still screen record easily through QuickTime. If you have a PC laptop, it's not as easy. It can be done, but it's a lot more streamlined on a Mac. So just know that in advance.
So I can cover that piece too. And there's one tool, it'll cost you $20 to $30. It's called Snagit. Snagit is one way where you can screen record if you have a PC. I used to use Snagit until I realized that MacBooks and Apple comes with QuickTime and it's free and it's already there. So I stopped paying for it because I had it. And I'll show you how to do that. So if you have the YouTube video and you can just download it, great. If it's yours, if not, and you need to screen record it, this is the feature Joe's talking about. So what you're going to want to do is go into your apps and open up QuickTime. Open QuickTime Player at the top left. Okay, you're not going to open anything. You can just go ahead and hit cancel there. But if you notice at the top left, QuickTime, here are the features that I'm looking for. Go hit File, and then hit New Movie Recording, New Audio, or New Screen Recording. You're going to want to record your screen. So go ahead and click Screen Record. Joe, is that something that you be able to show them if you take over some host privileges here?
Not right now, because I'm on my iPad, and I unfortunately do not have my MacBook bit the dust. So,
okay,
and
that's okay. Let me try this.
So I can't pick it up.
All right, let me try this one more time to see if I can help.
There you go. Screen record.
There you go. So now it works. I just had to change the setting. So now you're going to drag this window and you're going to tell it what do you want it to record? What part of your screen? So let's put it right here and let's go to this and we're going to record that part. Okay. And go ahead and hit record at the bottom. Usually it gives you a little bit of a counter, and then go ahead and start your video. So now everything that is within that window is being recorded as a file. Okay. And then whenever you want to stop it, okay, you can go ahead and go right back into QuickTime. Cancel. And then you're going to hit, gosh, there's a button. There you go. Stop screen recording, and it's going to come up and it's going to show you this is what you just recorded. there is also a way to edit this if you'd like. Clip alignment, trim. So, you know, sometimes you have to open screens and this and that, and it's capturing all of that. So you can change that. You can get rid of some of that, right? In the beginning, it was recording and I hadn't started the clip yet. Get rid of it. Okay, in the end, you probably saw pop-ups come up, right? You can get rid of all that. Just slide left, keep sliding, and right about there. Okay, trim the clip and then save it. Okay, save it as whatever you want, save it to your desktop, and then that's the clip you're going to use. So that is one way to use the YouTube channel to play it. Play it in full screen. It's a little bit easier. Try this a couple times, right? So that it's not going to work out perfectly the first time. So try it a few times and see if you can get it to work, and then shorten that clip. And then that is what you will import into iMovie to make your videos. Okay, so if you cannot download it, or if you can't get it from a memory card, you need to get it off the YouTube channel from the club. This is how you're going to do that. Okay, QuickTime on a MacBook, any Apple product, and if you have a PC, you're probably going to want to buy something that allows you to do it. And my recommendation was Snagit. I used that a couple years ago. It worked fine. It did the same thing. You create a window, you record it, and you export that file. Okay, I'll go ahead and stop sharing. Anybody else? Does anybody else have any questions that they would like for me to answer? It was a great question, Joe. Thank you. I didn't think about that. My assumption was, you know, we all just have game film right there ready to grab. But that's, pulling it off of YouTube is its own challenging task at times. Okay, awesome. If you guys don't have any questions, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. If you come up with a question later on, please do not hesitate to reach out. I'm going to put our contact information back up at the end. You can send me a quick email and ask, and then I can quickly give you an answer. You can shoot us a text. It's fine. Here's the PowerPoint. And let's see, final slide and play it. So if you'd like, there's our information. You can always shoot me an email or a text and I can help answer any questions that you have. If there's something that we missed, then maybe it's, hey, you went over this too quickly. I can put a quick recording together on my own, and then we just share the link and say, hey, Jesse did an update on that iMovie, the iMovie section. If you want just that part, I can go ahead and record something for you as well. Have fun with it. Good luck. You know, if you want someone to look at your film, send it to your coaches, get their opinion, and then go back. And what's nice about iMovie is it's always there. So if you don't like a certain clip, or let's say there's a better clip that you want to replace something with, open up that same project in iMovie and then just remove the clip, add the next one. So it's nice because you can always go back to it and work it again. Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. That's it.